Now, the News 8 investigators and some video that a lot of people are talking about tonight. It shows a routine stop in Meriden escalate into two men bloodied and under arrest.
Chief Investigator David Iverson has more on this story. David?
Right, Ann and Darren, the two people you'll see and hear in the video are saying they weren't doing anything but going to visit a newborn baby. Instead of that, things escalated, and they're not the only ones making these claims. It was meant to be a night of celebration.
It was very exciting because we were going to stay the rest of that night, and then we were all going to go home together.
Two friends coming to this hospital to celebrate Javon Parrish's newborn son.
It'd be a very happy occasion.
Do what they say, dude.
But the pair never made it to maternity. In fact, they never made it inside.
I kind of almost shut down.
Both would spend the night in jail, stunned and bloodied. Meriden Police pulled the car over. In reports about the night, officers say the car was suspicious. Inside the car, the pair's behavior didn't help.
And the way they approached the car was just very threatening.
Do what they say. Do what they say.
The driver, Jamie Hess, turns his camera on to record the incident. Things escalated when Hess is asking questions and Parrish isn't saying enough.
460, can you send it over?
I don't know what he's reaching for.
This is crazy.
Being very weird.
Not happy with Parrish's movements or answers, Meriden officers draw their weapons. They decide Parrish is coming out of the car.
By all authorities on the street, the police, within the Department of Correction itself, never been treated like that.
Step out.
Yo!
Step out of the car now. Hey! Step out of the car. Hey! Step out of the car.
A Meriden officer drives, stuns him in the side, and then he's pulled from the car and handcuffed by 4 officers.
It's kind of shocked and numb my whole body.
And they weren't done yet.
Sorry, put your phone down so it doesn't break. All right, come on, stop. Let me put my phone in my pocket.
The tape ends, and driver Jamie Hess, the one with the camera, was pulled from the car. Officers not only tased him, but according to internal officer accounts, he was punched and kneed by officers in the head and chest. We asked the department to see his mugshot taken that night. They said this was the only copy that existed, showing just his right side. But here in this Department of Corrections photo, you can see swelling to his left side.
Step out of the car now.
But it's that use of a stun gun that is getting so much attention. Meriden has a detailed policy on the use of what they call electronic control weapons. That's stun guns. According to that policy, they're only supposed to be used when someone's actively resisting. The policy reads that these devices shall not be used on those who are passively resisting. We wanted to know if this...
Step out of the car now. Hey! Step out of the car. Hey! Step out of the car.
...was passive resistance. It's a question we brought to the Meriden Police's Deputy Chief Tim Topoulos. He helped put together the policy. We asked several times for comment after showing them the video, but we were denied.
To deal with this problem.
Someone that was willing to comment was Tamara Lanier, the criminal justice chair with the NAACP.
It is alarming, it is concerning, and it's certainly something that I'm sure the NAACP will be involved with.
She was a presenter at a church in Meriden. Civil rights groups met to discuss allegations of police brutality and profiling within the Meriden Police Department. Members of the ACLU are there too. They're looking at Meriden's use of these tools. They point to the 13 people who died since 2005 shortly after being tased by police departments from across the state. 3 of those have been in Meriden.
You know, she called for help. She didn't call for nobody to die here.
Carmen Geraldo's cousin Angel was one of those 13. A recovering drug addict, it was Angel's family that called police to get him help. When they arrived, he was sitting on the front steps with a small hammer in hand, not speaking to anyone.
She said to him in Spanish, put the hammer down. He never responded. He just kept banging the steps and breathing heavy. So my mom opens the door and tells Angel to, put the hammer down. By this time, the police does not wait. They taser him one time in the chest.
Geraldo says her cousin was not threatening officers before he was hit with not 1, but 2 sets of taser barbs.
Not to say that he was a perfect person, but he always cared. He cared for a lot of people.
Geraldo's family says they are going to work with agencies investigating the department, while Parrish says his case will end in court. Parrish has pleaded guilty to interfering with officers. The driver, Jamie Hess, has pleaded not guilty to interfering and a narcotics charge from that stop. Now, we did speak with Meriden Police before they viewed that tape. They say since the conviction of Evan Cassette, they've had a lot of complaints about claimed brutality, but say in general, it's just people trying to cash in from the department. We want to know what you think. We've put the entire tape on our website so you can make the call for yourself. For the News 8 investigators, David Iverson reporting.
All right, David, thanks. If you have something you want us to look into, you can count on the News 8 investigators to get you answers. Just call the News 8 investigators tip line. That's the number, 203-402-TIP-8.